Christmas, what have you done to me? I'm slipping and sliding everywhere in this mud. Happy New Year! So, it is the 1st of January 2022. Crazy, eh? We made it through another mental year this year. Started the year thinking perhaps coronavirus was going to go away, and then it was there all this year, and now we're into the next year. So hopefully we can get back to some normality there, but I just wanted to do a little video today while I'm out on an easy run. Definitely an easy run after all the cheese and the wine. I don't know about you guys, but that's made a massive difference to my fitness. So I'm just going out today, taking it nice and easy. But I wanted to take the GoPro along. One, because it's the second time testing out the GoPro Hero 10. So we're playing about with the frame rates and all that kind of stuff. But I just wanted to talk about some goals and a little bit of maybe motivation for myself and for anyone watching this that gets it from this video, about goals moving forward, reflection and all that kind of good stuff. So you have to bear with me with the GoPro for a while. It's quite different to the GoPro Max with the frame rates and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just getting used to it, bit of trial and error. Today's the 1st of January, as we said, and it's a time for me to think about the goals I set for myself last year and whether I achieved them, whether I'm happy with what I achieved and what I sort of got planned for myself this year. So a lot of speed goals last year, and this year, well, last year I didn't achieve any of those speed goals. Does that mean that I'm not happy with my training? No, definitely not. I just think I didn't capitalise on the training that I was doing in races. I wanted a sub 17 5k, sub 36 10k, a 3-hour marathon, and a few other things. And although I came close to a lot of them, I didn't achieve any of them. Those are the speed targets I had for myself. You know, it's not all about speed. I do like to think that it's a good measure of your fitness and what your training is doing for you, but it's not all about speed, is it? I achieved a lot of things that I didn't necessarily put down as a target. So yeah, I feel like I definitely achieved a lot of things that wasn't necessarily a target and that I didn't know I wanted to achieve, but I did. One of them was joining an athletics team and doing pretty well in things like 800 meters and some of the field events actually in the shot put, stuff that I didn't know I was going to be doing. And I just feel like I got back on track with those easy miles, doing those easy runs easy and putting together a little bit more structure in my running. So although I do feel like I didn't hit the speed targets, I do feel like I achieved some stuff. And then so moving into next year, we're going to look at targets that I've maybe got for myself this year that aren't all speed related things. And it's a new year, isn't it? So I'm not necessarily one that believes in that new year, new me stuff, but I do think it's a time to reflect on what you achieved and what you want to achieve moving forward. That sort of continuous progression in life, not, as I said, not necessarily with speed, but whether it's, you know, family stuff, or whether it's like weight training stuff or work stuff, or whatever it is. It's that time to refocus, recalibrate your goals, realign yourself, and sort of progress that way. is that Christmas hasn't been kind to me for my fitness. I have still run and trained, but nothing like usual. More like 10-mile weeks, not very much gym stuff. So that hill just now felt awful, but yeah, start the year as I mean to go on. Reset that, press that reset button, get that fitness back. That's why today I'm out just doing some base building miles, nice and slow, having a rest at the top of hills, getting my breath back, keeping the heart rate nice and under control. In terms of goals this year, so the speed goals, it sounds like a cop-out, but I'm just going to keep the same ones as last year because I didn't achieve them. And that's because I really just want to get that sub 17 5k. I think that I'm going to make that my main goal that I'm going to tackle at the start of the year and really put in some actual 5k specific training and get running here. And yeah, so I mean, normally I'm great at keeping fit all year round and sort of, you know, able to do a 5k or a half or whatever, maybe not a marathon, but I'm just not really that great at specifying my training for a race. I don't necessarily target races and say, right, for 3 weeks, 4 weeks I'm going to be training for that, I'm going to be doing all the right specific stuff. Just all my training catered for a bit of everything, you know, like some mile intervals, some 2 mile intervals, some short sharp intervals. So that's one of my targets for this year, or goals for this year, is to maybe train a bit more specific. Oh, the mud. A bit more specific for the races or goals that I want to achieve. God, this mud. Woohoo! Going for a ride on the first run of the year. Another goal, which is not running related, is, or another thing that's happening, God. Another thing that's happening, Jesus! Look at this. Woo, that was close. Focuser. Another thing this year is we're having our baby. Baby boy expected in April, so no April marathons for me this year. And to focus on, I mean, obviously I'm a dad already, but focus on being a great dad to the little baby boy, and to continue to be a good dad and stepdad. You know, it's important that, you know, I'm not just focusing on running goals here today. I'm not going to go on all my life goals, but it's important to obviously get a balance between family and running. And I know obviously that during that time my running is obviously going to be on the back burner to accommodate for that. Ooh, another big old hill. Woo-wee. Christmas, what have you done to me? I'm slipping and sliding everywhere in this mud. I achieved last year that I forgot about was meeting a lot of guys from Instagram or YouTube as well that I've become friends with over time, and then meeting them in real life. It's really brilliant, you know, you can connect with people on here. They've got similar interests as you, similar goals and stuff like that, and it's just really good to make friends and be able to actually meet them in real life. You know, you guys know who you are, I'm not going to name you all. But I love it when people come up to me in a race and they say they recognise me from YouTube or Instagram, you know. I'm not a celebrity at all, but it's nice to see that people recognise me, and I'm always happy to have conversations with these people, get to know them, and again, made friends from people this way as well. Another goal, another target is to continue to grow this Instagram and YouTube stuff. I just love it. Hopefully you guys love it too. I just enjoy documenting my journey, or, you know, talking about shoes or workouts or any of that sort of stuff. Now, if you're not enjoying it, it's not worth doing. And I enjoy doing this, and hopefully you guys enjoy it too. And it sounds sad, but me and the kids like watching it back because I like to try and include the kids in it, so it's got that sort of family vibe to it as well, so it's like real life. And yeah, start as I mean to go on, first day in the new year, out with the GoPro and making a video. Like, I don't want it all to be about shoes. Yes, I absolutely love shoes. yes, I'm going to continue in 2022 to be absolutely shoe mad. Obviously try and be a bit more sensible with the baby on the way, but you know, it's not all about shoes. I do like to talk about inspirational stuff. Not saying I'm anything special at all, and sometimes it's me talking to myself and trying to motivate myself more than anything. But yeah, continue with YouTube. Hope you guys will help me with that aspiration. Another target of mine is to continue, or to say focus, to those easy runs. Make those easy runs nice and easy, really controlled, so that when it comes to the interval days and the tempo days, I can literally put everything I want into it, and you know, not feeling like I've got nothing to give. I sort of lost focus with that a little bit at the start of last year, and sort of remembered about it again towards the end. So let's try and remember it for the whole of this year. Another goal for this year as well is to focus a little bit more on the shorter stuff. So last year I wanted to get a sub 3 hour marathon, and at the London Marathon I got 3 hours and 15 minutes, which I was a little bit disappointed in. I definitely prefer the shorter distances, 5k, well 10k and under really, but it's just more enjoyable for me, something that I'm better at. And getting into track stuff the year just gone, I actually found out that I really do like things like 800 meters, 1500 meters. So I want to spend more time this year focusing on that. Again, not all time goals as such, but more of an enjoyment and what I want to achieve reflection is that, you know, I like that sort of stuff. Whereas the thought of getting out the door and doing a 17-mile run for a marathon just doesn't really appeal to me at all. Getting a 3 hour marathon this year is a target of mine, but with a baby coming in April, it definitely isn't my #1 target. It just brings me to the last goal of the year, or of this year, that I can think of at the moment. It's a non-exhaustive list, it might grow, but that's just to sort of work a little bit more. I think I'm going the wrong way. I'm gonna end up getting lost in this place, and yeah, someone finds my GoPro, tell my family I love them. Anyway, yeah, I think it's this way. So it's to sort of work a little bit more on my nutrition. I'm not bad at dieting because I understand it and I understand what to do with it. I just can't be bothered with it, if that makes sense. Like, I like just being a big fat pig and eating whatever I want. But this year I want to try and avoid processed foods a little bit more. Keep that inflammation down a little bit. Sometimes when I eat food, it sort of sets my asthma off, I think, or like some sort of breathing thing. So I'm trying to sort of, you know, be a little bit better with some supplements and all that kind of stuff. A little bit more healthy overall. I say that, I'm not going to have a great day today because we've got Charlie's sisters around today. Probably have some drink and that sort of stuff, and obviously another roast dinner. But, you know, it's still sort of Christmas. From tomorrow, it'll be back to the healthy stuff, well, fairly healthy stuff. So yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed this video today. Know what you thought of the frame rates and all that kind of thing, or the microphone. As I say, the first sort of proper video that I've done on the GoPro Hero 10. So with that, I'm going to leave you guys here on this bridge. As always, I've been Running Man Sam. This has been a super duper video. Happy New Year to you guys, and I'll see you in a bit.